I'm Lisa Daly. Welcome to the stream today. We are super excited to have you. I have some fabulous guests, as we always do. We are super happy to see you guys. And we are going to talk about an interesting topic today. We are going to talk about character motivations and character development, and maybe share some of the little secrets that we have or challenges that we have when we're creating characters. So I think that's going to be a really fun discussion today. So let's start with the panel. We'll have everybody introduce themselves. You guys may have noticed that Robert is missing today. He is off taking care of last minute details before his big trip to California. And so I know, right? So exciting. And so he's not going to be with us this week or next week, but he will be back with us after that. So let's kick things off with the fabulous and fantastic Caro Brown. Hello, Caro. So good to see you.
Hello, thank you for having me. My name is Caro Brown. I wrote those books on the wall over there. I came here to actually work on a side project inspired by this book that Lisa kind of helped make come into reality. It's my writing experiment. And so I actually read this and it's really good and I would recommend it to anybody. So I was... Okay.
Hold that up again. There you go. Right. Oops. Sorry. I just messed it up. There you are.
I should probably not hide her name because that would be rude.
For you guys who don't know, this is like my Theodora Taylor is the author. She's a crazy successful author. And this nonfiction book was a project that I worked with her on. And I love this story. She actually messaged me really late on a Sunday night and said, I have 11 days to write a nonfiction book before I have to give a talk at a writing conference. Can you help me? Best
it's that book.
Oh. Yeah, that's the one. It was it's so good though. It was like such a kapow moment. And I had never seen what she talks about, this concept of universal fantasy, had never seen it anywhere before. And it's a phenomenal book. It's a phenomenal book.
Yeah, there were parts in the book where I was like, God damn it, she's fucking right. I hate it, but I love it, right?
It is one of those things, right, where you read it and you go how did I not know this before?
Well, and not to it's not a big thunder stealing moment here, but she made a really good point because what it's because in romance novels, a lot of people like to dive in there. It's no, this isn't good and we don't like it and blah, 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 blah. And it was kind of well, if it wasn't good and people didn't like it, why is it number 2 on the best-selling list, right? The people that like it won't be as vocal as the people that do like it. So it was just kind of you know what the fuck? I'm just going to, take a dive and give it a shot and see how it goes. So, which was a really good excuse for me to make another project to work on. I didn't need one.
Go ahead.
Because I wanted to try it with something I didn't already have in the works because I thought that would be fair to the book. So that's exactly what I did. And it was on a stream I did over the weekend with Zara and Kelly, where I was finishing the outline for it. So that was what I was doing. So
I love that. I will say that it's like the Santa Claus thing. It's once you understand what universal fantasy is, you see it everywhere. Yeah, mm-hmm. It just opens your eyes. It's like rosy little glasses. Speaking of glasses, look who else we have here today. Barrett Laurie. That was the most awkward transaction or transition, whatever. We're so glad to have you back on the show today. Barrett, tell us a little about you and your awesome channel.
Sure. My name is Barrett Laurie, and I'm an aspiring kidlit writer. So over on my channel, I host Critique Group Live every second Thursday of the month, which is tomorrow. So my goal today is to finish going through all of our submissions and get my notes together for everybody. And then the other thing I'm doing right now is vlogging, writing my next book. So that's super exciting, and it starts this weekend with our winter writers retreat that we're hosting. So I'm a sickly and can't go out in public, and I got inspired by Michelle Schusterman and a few other people who were going on writing retreats, and I said, I need this in my life. So we created a virtual one. So there will be writing sprints mixed with wellness sprints. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to start Saturday and go through Sunday. So if you want to join us, the playlist. Oh, Shannon just dropped my channel. Thank you, Shannon. So you can find the playlist there and join us. So I'm glad to be here. Love everyone here. Excited.
Yay. We're so excited too. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you, SD, for dropping that in. And we will drop the the link to I think the link to Barrett's channel is in the description for those of you who are going to be watching this after the fact. But I will make sure that I drop that playlist in for the Writers Retreat as well, which is so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? She is on it today. All right, fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you, SD2. We are very happy you're here today. We love you. All right, Doll, we are so glad you're here today. Tell us a little bit about you and your channel.
Hello there, humans. I am Cecil Runo. I'm a blind storyteller for introspective readers, and I write mostly sci-fi, but other genres are welcome in my short stories as well. My channel is officially back with a very nice video that I launched on Monday, and I will be talking about finding the work, like the balance between writing routines and social media stuff, like trying to find a balance between all the hats that modern writers have to wear. So my channel's mission has become helping people remind them that they're human and claim back their creative time. So if you're interested, pass my channel. And if you want to follow me in real time and see me more than just twice a month or something, you can follow me on Instagram at Cecil Runo.
I love the fact that our ace from space is the one who is like reminding us all to remember our humanity.
Yeah, I'm the outsider. It's like, you guys, you're human.
There's a little poetic magic there. I really love it.
Right. It's lots of symbolism. And oh yeah, my channel is going to be a little bit like Nat Geo, because there's going to be a lot of nature.
I love it. So, speaking of magic, Sako Tumi, our resident witch, is here today. I'm killing it with the transitions. All right. Our resident witch is here today. Sako, tell us a little bit about you and your channel.
Howdy, neighbors. I'm Sako Tumi, also known as Cass Voigt. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, which I'm doing a lot of lately. And sometimes I combine those three things. So if you are interested in videos that pertain to marketing for authors, you should totally go to my channel, Sako Tumi Cass Voigt. I have a whole playlist of them on my channel. And it's not just me talking, it's like, Lisa Daly and Barrett Laurie and a bunch of other really cool author tubers that have something to say on the topic. So you should drop by sometime. I would love to see you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sako. Michelle is here today. All right, Michelle, we love you. Tell us all about you and your channel.
All right. I'm Michelle Schusterman. I'm a young adult and middle grade author. My channel is writing workshops, including a video I'm working on today about omniscient narrators that'll go up on Friday, and also writing blogs and traditional publishing chat. Thanks, Lisa.
You are so welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. I write nonfiction and romantic comedy, and I am really happy to be here with you guys today. Let's say hi to some friends in the chat. My goodness, here we go.
I'm going to warn you, Lisa, your chat's on fire, so if you do that thing where you try to talk to everybody, you're not going to do it.
You're not.
Well, you are the boss of me today because your picture is next to mine. So thank you very much. Caro is in charge of Lisa today, and I will try to say hello and not go down a rabbit hole as I normally do. So while we're going through and saying hi to everybody, I want you guys to be thinking about our big topic today, which is character motivation and character development. And how do you do that? What are the questions you have about that? What are your tricks, tips, advice, blah, blah, blah. So let's be thinking about today as we go through. Maya was here first today. Hello, Maya. I love your avatar. That is completely awesome. I wish I could blow it up on the screen right now. It's so cool. So welcome. We are very glad you are here today. Eva's here. Hello, Eva. We're very glad to see you. And Mem Ward is here. Hello. We are very glad to see you, and thank you very much for the like. We love you. Happy productivity. We're glad you're here and that you can stay as long as you can. RC is here. All right, let's see. RC got on a roll last night, was writing until 1 a.m. I had to get up at 6 for work. Oh, and break down truck tires all week. Yeah. Hashtag mood. All right. So RC, I cannot believe you are here, but I am super glad that you are. So thank you so much. Hashtag super glad. I'm so glad you're here. And hopefully we will keep you awake. I cannot promise anything during the actual sprints. So Mary's here today. Let's see if I can get that popped up. Oh, no, apparently I can't. StreamYard giving me trouble. Hi, Mary. We're very glad to see you today. SD is here this morning and already like making herself helpful, popping all kinds of good stuff into the chat, including this. Thank you very much. We really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, SD, for all the links as well. RC says they're going to live, so I'm very glad to hear that. JC is here. Hello, JC. We're very glad to see you. Oh my gosh. Banu Bright, very nice to see you. We are very glad you're here. Tamara's here. Let me just say, guys, over the weekend, I got a fabulous little gift from Tamara. And after the sprint, and I actually meant to bring it on even before I knew she was in the chat. But when we do our 5-minute warm-up, I'm going to, oh, you got it. Carol's got it. All right, so I got one just like this. Hold on. Last 2 weeks ago, we were talking a little bit about, isn't that adorable? I thought that was like really, I love it. I absolutely love it. So these went out, I believe, to Tamara's Patreon subscribers.
Yes, ma'am.
I thought that's how I got it. So I thought that was really cool. We were talking about Patreon last week or the week before. I think it was the week before. And sort of some of the interesting ideas that people had as far as Patreon gifts and things that you can do for your patrons. And I loved it. It was such a nice little surprise. It was really wonderful. So, and I also appreciate that you like track down everybody's addresses. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, at one point
It's really hard
like,
to do on Patreon.
Well, it was really funny because at one point she reached out to me. She's like, "Where does Lisa live?" And I was like, "Why do
Why? How did you know about that?
It's because you're in the square next to me, so that makes you Brady Bunch mom, and that means that you get to know where everybody's address is. SD, we love you. RC, introducing my coworkers to Queen. Yeah.
Proud of you.
I know, right? Very, very nice. Queen, I could go on. I could literally go on for the whole stream talking about Queen. Love them, love them, love them. All right, Athena's here. Hey, Athena, we're glad to see you. Athena says, "Oh, that looks like a good book." Boy, I am behind today. It was fantastic, and she is just like a phenomenal human being.
You guys start skipping.
All right.
Yeah, you are way behind. That's like 12 minutes ago.
Okay, here, I'm just going to randomly pick them on the way down. JC says, yay for Barrett's blogs. Lauren's here today. Lauren, I think you're new to us. I am very, very glad to see you here. We are glad you're here. Super glad. Leo, Cat Leo's here. Hi, not working, just trying to relax and eat soup while playing a game.
Yes.
Yes, love that. Very nice. Thank you, Lauren. We really appreciate it. So Barrett and SD have been busy dropping links into the chat. So thanks you guys for that. Mint Ghost is here. Hello. We are very glad. Oh, and Barrett dropped Michelle's book, My Otter Half, which I have to say, all those books have like little fantastic titles, but My Otter Half is my favorite. I do. I like, seriously, every time I see that, it makes me think like, I sort of wish I could write children's books so I could have adorable titles like those. I love it. I literally love it every time. And I'm so
mad that we couldn't use Can't Stop the Feline.
I know.
Was that in the running? Oh,
that was in the running. That was the title for The Dogs Meow, and my editor came up with it and loved it, but the marketing team was like, no.
Oh, it was so cute. Oh my gosh, I loved it.
So funny.
Love it, love it, love it. Tamara, glad that we got the postcards. Dun, da, da. You guys, I think she's doing such a nice job over there on her Patreon. You should definitely check it out. Speaking of her Patreon, let me say, I think this is cool, and I want to know what you guys think about this, that Tamara did something that I thought was really awesome, that she really put in there, you know, for a lot of writers and authors and other creators, we say, you know, please support my channels, like on an ongoing basis so that you can support me or this other thing that you're interested in. But one of the things that Tamara did was that she was really specific about the fact that that if she got a certain number of Patreon subscribers, that she was going to release in paperback her 2 highly popular books. So
I need that to happen. Okay,
I need that to happen too.
I can't embarrass people on streams if I don't have the books with me. Okay,
Right.
like it was really easy for me to pick this up and be like, Lisa, help make this, right? So anyway,
It was very nice. Anyway, so I just want to know what you guys thought about that. All right, Hannah's here. Hi, Hannah. We're very glad. Isabella, glad to see you. Morgan's here. Oh my gosh, you guys, we had such a good group today. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. It's 11:17, and we've been a little chit chat. So what we're gonna do is we're going to stop for a 5-minute warm-up sprint, so everybody can get their stuff in order, get their whatever we writers do. Get your document open, get your this, get your that, get your coffee, your water, your foot vibrator, whatever you need to make the magic happen. Can I say?
Lisa, I had to lower the volume of my mic because I was cackling.
Sorry, that snort laugh I heard. All right. So, okay, so whatever you need, this is the time to get all that set up. Get yourself nice and comfy, cozy in preparation for our big writing sprints, which are going to come shortly after this. And if you have any questions about character development, character motivation, anything else character related, that is what we are going to be talking about today. So here we go, 5-minute sprint. When we come back, we'll talk about what we're working on and characters. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, I think I blocked Michelle or muted Michelle as well. There we go. All right, very, very nice. Let's get rid of that off the screen. Here we go. Okay. Yay! So that was fun. There was a fascinating string on thread. Thank you, on foot massagers, which is definitely worth checking out. But I think we all know what Barrett's getting for Christmas this year. So I have what.
Valentine's is sooner. So Valentine's is February, and I've already sent it on. Like, it would be great if I had this under my feet in February.
Right? Wouldn't it? I have to say that I have one, and I super love it. I really like that. Yeah, there's something so relaxing about it, and they're not very expensive. And I think a PR person sent it to me for free, like, I don't know, 10 years ago. But I love that thing. It's awesome.
It's the way to my heart as well.
Right? There you go. There you go. But of course, I could not think of the name of it. So foot vibrator is now our new thing. All right. All right. And your goal for today is to use it in a sentence at some time during the sprint. All right. All of you. This is my challenge to you, foot vibrator. Okay. So what is everybody working on today before we go into our first 20-minute sprint? You guys in the chat, let us know so we can pop it up on the screen. I'm going to start this time with Doll. What are you going to be working on today, Doll? Oh, we'll come back to Doll. Michelle, what are you going to be working on today?
Right now, I'm trying to get this video edited. So that's my focus. And then later, hopefully, my book. I'm not feeling too motivated about it right now, though.
You're so productive. So it actually warms my heart a teeny bit to have you go, I'm not feeling it today. It's like, like Us Weekly that you read in the pedicure chair, where it's like, stars, they're just like us.
They're just like us. Yeah.
Super productive authors. They're just like us. Sako, what are you working on today?
I'm working on music.
Ooh, I love it. Hold on, I want to make you big, Sako. Let's see that. That looks so cool. All right. Yay. That's awesome. Good for you. Barrett, what are you working on today?
I'm reading stories. So I just read a fun piece of Flash. It was short, so it was good for the 5 minutes. The next one's longer. I'm loving it. This is my favorite part of Critique Group Live. I get to read other people's stories once a month. It's my favorite thing.
I love it. I love it. That is totally awesome. Carol, what are you working on today?
I am working on a story called Bountiful Love, which is about farmers falling in love.
Oh,
what a true! I love it.
I was so confident about this story. I already went and got the cover, and it came in yesterday, and I absolutely love it.
I love it.
Do you want to share, or do you want to wait?
You know what? Yeah, I'll share it with you. Hold on. Let me go.
All right. Okay. All right, let me know when you're ready. I'm gonna pop her out. I'm actually, I have like a bunch of emails and stuff like that to work on today. So I'm like trying to catch up with all that sort of, administrative stuff that all authors always need to do. Hold on. There we go. Look at that. I love it. That's so great. Oh my gosh. I really love that. That is awesome. Yay.
Yeah, the guy I got to do it. I mean, he's usually late on everything by like a couple of days. And he's like, I'm so sorry. It's like, it's fine. It's okay. You always give me stellar stuff.
Very, very nice. I love that. I love that. All right. So SD says she's editing a YouTube video and finding cookies. Love that. Mint Ghost, setting up a new planner and learning Procreate from YouTube videos. Is that it?
It's a program. It's not an art program.
Procreate is an art program that I use.
Art program.
Yeah.
Where is my brain? Where is my brain today? Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. So that sounds fascinating. An art program. So that's pretty cool. Amy is working on a redo of a client's website homepage, making that bacon so I can buy a new foot vibrator. Yay! Amy's special prize will be in the mail because she was our first person to use foot vibrators successfully in a sentence.
Oh,
so
I
there we go.
I thought I had to put in my manuscript. I was
no!
thinking, like, how am I going to do that in the first opening scene? Like, I was literally like,
No, but if you do, you get extra bonus points for that.
You know what? I will. I'll highlight it and send it to you.
I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, Tamara is working on finishing up a Patreon post, and then I'll be finishing a smutty story. Woo! All right, very nice. Very nice. Love that. JC says it's a one-line prompt. I pull off a site prompt. I turn on the 10 p.m. news only to see one of the biggest secrets of my life playing out before my eyes. My whole book, 15 Minutes of Shame, is about that. Oh my God, so is Single-Minded. I must have like some deep inner thing I need to explore about being publicly exposed on the news. Holy crap, that is weird. Okay. All right. Morgan working on revision of book 2. Very, very nice. Mary is working from home, fine-tuning desk setup. Yes, I changed it again. Mary, you have that by now. I would think that you have gotten the perfect desk setup because you spend more time contemplating this than anybody I've ever met. Although I will say, I rearranged my pantry. Like, this is what I wanted for Christmas last year. My pantry was a disaster. Stuff would fall on your head when you, like, it was a big pantry, but I still, like, it was a mess. And I would organize it, but nobody would put stuff back where it belongs. So it was a big disaster. So last year, I asked my mother for pantry stuff, like, to organize. I got all these, like, Lazy Susans and special baskets. And now my pantry is beautiful and crazy organized. And I never have to organize it now. Like, it just stays that way. It's like magic. So I totally get, like, make it like working until you find that desk setup that works for you, because once you do, then I think you can just set it and forget it. So that's kind of awesome.
I wish. As you know, I'm very organized, right? And my kitchen is a constant battleground between me and Mr. Man, unfortunately, because I grew up in a place where it's like you put something and then you put it back where you found it.
Right.
He grew up in a place where you just walk through and leave all like the cabinets open, and salt suddenly finds its way into the living room. And I don't know why this is on the kitchen table, but now it's here. And if I have a Lazy Susan with stuff on it, he'll turn it and take the stuff off and leave it in random different places in the kitchen. So it's like, it should be one of those things where I should get angry about, but considering how amazing he is, I feel like it's just like the price I pay for having a guy in my life.
Right.
So.
I have to say, I do love the Lazy Susans, which I had not previously considered for a pantry.
They're great.
Right? They really are, because then you don't get stuff lost in the back, which was always my problem before.
Or the layer, like the stair step organizers.
Oh, yeah, I have that too.
Oh,
yeah, for my spices. Yep.
I've got like the little, we could geek out about this, but we should do a sprint here in a minute. But I have like the drawer, like the clear drawer organizers that you put, like, because we all have like that kitchen junk drawer stuff. It's like, I don't know what to do with it. It goes in here. Yeah, I've got one of those.
I love that. I really could talk about it. I think that people who love planning also probably love like organizational tools in general for all areas of their lives. Tamara Woods and the smutty story. SD says the smutty story involves a foot vibrator. Very nice.
That was why I laughed earlier.
I love it. JC is going to be brainstorming for book 4 in her mystery series. Ooh, I'm excited about that. Eva's messing around with Plotter today. That's pretty cool.
Can't wait.
Eva says overpriced Tack 2 yard sale Lazy Susan finds are my favorite. Yes, yes. So interesting about speaking with about Plotter and other sort of writing tools. I am a big fan of Dave Chesson, Kindlepreneur guy, and he released Atticus, which is like an ebook formatting tool, but they're also trying to make it like a writing tool like Scrivener or Plotter, etc. And they sent out a thing over the weekend that says, like, here are all of the things we're going to be implementing over the next couple of months. And I'm just like, because it's already crazy easy to format. And that, like, I really love it.
And it looks good. I mean, it looks good too. I have a friend here on YouTube, Martin Lejeune, did an Atticus video, and I was shocked by like all the stuff it could do.
Oh my God, it's so impressive. Yeah, it really is. I too am working on a little Atticus video, so stay tuned for that. Yay! All right, you guys, let's go ahead and start off with a 20-minute sprint. Caro, I'm like, who should I torture first? Caro, darling.
Me first. Why is that a question?
Okay. I was because Doll is dropped out. All right, fine. You know what? It's Barrett's turn. No, surprise, Barrett. It's your turn to give us a pep talk before we start with our 20-minute sprint.
All right, friends.
Are you ready?
Here is what I'm going to tell you. Even if your foot massager is unplugged, go ahead and plug in that computer, because we're here to get words, and I believe in you. Everybody on this panel believes in you. Go get those words. We'll see you on the other side of the sprint.
Woo! I love it. here. All right. Sorry, I was like so in the zone, you guys. I like completely just like whoa when the buzzer went off. So all right, hold on. All right, I think I've got everybody. All right. So how did everybody do?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I started writing the intro, and I got about 940 words in.
Excellent. Oh my God. You kill me. I love you, but you kill me. That's amazing.
You always ask the word count. I figured I would just fess up to it now.
I appreciate that you are Cher. I did not. I like I said was right in the middle of the zone, but I would have to check. I think I probably got around 400 words for that because I felt like I was really flying, and generally that means I've gotten about half of what you got. So feeling good. All right, Barrett, how'd you do in that last one?
Good. I read 2 stories and got some notes for people, which I love. Track changes is my love language. And Tamara Woods, I've read your Patreon announcement. Thank you very much for shouting out the writers retreat. So that's an amazing way to use Patreon, and I thank you for it. So yeah, that was me this sprint.
Fantastic. How about you, Sako? What'd you do? How'd you do?
I did really great. I'm getting into the nitty-gritty where I'm changing instruments and like really fine-tuning notes and stuff like that.
Cool. All right, fantastic. Michelle, how about you?
Good. I edited about 13 and a half minutes of my video, like just the cuts. I still have a lot of like overlays to make,
right,
but
that's good. That's good. A rough cut's good. That's 13 minutes is a lot in like 20 minutes. So nice job. Nice job, you. Me, like I said, I think I wrote like 400-ish. I didn't have a chance to count because I was so startled by the timer ending.
I totally put a foot vibrator in there.
Please share. Let's do a dramatic reading of that sentence, please.
No, I'll send it to you.
Tamara says 455 words on my smutty story. Unfortunately, no foot vibrator. It did occur to me, though, Caro, that thank you. That sounds awesome, Tamara. It did occur to me that you just said foot vibrator when you were describing that you had crowbarred it into your manuscript. So I will take that. Yeah, love it. Okay, anybody else? How do you guys do in the chat today? Let us know when you're doing that. We're going to start talking about our big topic du jour, which is character development and character motivation. So I'm going to start with Michelle. Michelle, how do you, when you're starting to think about a character, how do you approach it? Does the plot come first? Does the character come first? How do you do it?
I've had it happen both ways. I think earlier on it was more plot came first. I was a plot first kind of writer, and like figuring out character motivation was something I had to do along the way. And like, but with the last couple of books I've read, it's been the opposite. I'm like, oh, I know this character and I know what's going on at their core, but what the hell's the plot?
Right.
Like, you know, it works both ways. I mean, you can definitely have it either way, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing about writing is there's really like, I mean, I was going to say there's no wrong way, but there are some wrong ways. But with character development, I think it doesn't matter whether the egg comes first or the chicken. So, Carol, how about you?
You know, it's kind of interesting because what I'll do is I'll actually kind of sit and like plot out like the big story parts of the story, but then like I don't actually flesh out the characters until I start writing them. And then typically what happens is in the middle of my manuscript, I have an identity crisis and I have to go look at like all my characters that play a major part of the story and then kind of like flesh them out and give them more agency. And I think the reason I do that is because I don't like, I know like there's like those worksheets that people do that's like 150 questions about like your characters and stuff like that, and I think that those are totally cool, but they don't work for me. Like I have to actually throw these characters in a scene and see how they interact with
I actually
really
create the scene from the questions.
Yeah, I can't do that. So you and I are polar opposites in creativity.
That's fascinating.
So I'll take like 5 questions and I'll make a scene out of it.
That's pretty interesting. That's pretty interesting. My approach is more like Caro's, and I'll go into that after I go around the circle. But I also started at some point in the beginning, I think, as we all do, with big long character sheets, and I'll tell you how I feel about them after this. Barrett, Laurie, how are you approaching characters?
So I think two things. I think it comes from writing a lot of flash fiction, but it's usually figuring out the motivations first. So I start with like Maslow's and go down the pyramid of like where are they at, and then it's external, internal. So like what's the thing that is going to affect them physically, the external thing, and what's internally the psyche, right? And then from there, I can figure out the plot and create like what's going to get in their way and how.
Yeah.
And sometimes having more than one, right? Not just one, but like several things that are going to pop up. That it's like once they achieve the thing, then what? What's next? So, yeah.
I like to make characters fight.
I love that, and I love that you are starting with Maslow's. And for those of you who are not familiar, Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a psychological construct. It's basically what motivates human beings. And at the bottom of the pyramid is our basic needs like food and water. And the next is shelter. All the way up there, 5 stages. The top one is self-actualization. Love is, I think, number 3. It's like in the middle there.
Yeah,
but
right in the middle.
Yeah, there you go. What's number 4? Now I can't remember. I went 1, 2, 3, 5. Esteem, self-esteem needs. That's right.
Yeah.
So, right, feeling proud of yourself and some other things related to that. That's really funny. So I probably because I took about 33 hours of psychology courses in undergrad, which is like one short of a degree, which I occasionally think I should go back and get that degree on top of my other one. But then I go, why? But it's the one thing, like it's for me, that's like the one checkbox that I can't, like, I haven't checked off. And the funny thing is I could literally take that one class online. It would be easy. I never even intended to be like a psych major. I just kept taking the classes because I liked them. So it'd probably be
and it comes down to like, what would you do with it too? Like I keep getting like these invitations for doctoral programs. And I'm like, so what am I going to do with this degree outside of teaching at college? And they're kind of like, oh, well, you can use it for stuff. And I was like, show me, point me in a direction of a person with a doctorate in my field and tell me what to do.
I would become a dating expert and then become a writer, because I would find that my psychology classes are actually the most helpful classes I ever took as far as becoming a writer.
Yeah.
Right? They really are. So I already have a communications degree on it, but I would do nothing. I do not desire to become a psychologist. It's literally that unchecked tick box that occasionally makes me think I should finish that sometime. Anyway, okay, so here's the deal. Here's how I start. I actually start with the plot, and I think and I always generally will sort of have some sort of character in mind. But as I'm starting to develop the character, I think like, what kind of person would react in the worst way to this particular situation? Like, who would be the most challenged by this? Like, so a person who, since we were talking about this earlier, since apparently all of my characters face public humiliation, one of the traits that those type of, like somebody who would really struggle with that is someone who is kind of struggling to put up a front, who keeps all their personal feelings and any sort of messy things in their lives close to the chest. And often that comes from shame. And why do they feel like they have to be perfect to the outside world? And so then you go back, like, what would cause them all this shame that they like? And so just like, kind of reverse engineering the character back from the plot to say who would have the hardest time with this situation. And the great thing about that is that creates a lot, for me at least, is that creates a lot of conflict. And then you think like, who are the people that this person would have around them, and who, in their personal lives, as far as friends or adversaries, make good foils for that, who's going to call them out on their crap, who's going to help them grow, who's going to make them see this stuff. And so for me, that's how I develop characters. It starts from the plot and goes back to, how can I make life hell for my character, and what particular flaws and insecurities do they have that I can really make their little lives miserable.
Yeah, I actually come at it from the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
In that I build this character with flaws and figure out what they're good at and what they suck at, and then I figure out like, what's the worst possible thing that can happen to them. And that's when I figure out like how they would react to said thing. And sometimes it's great for the book, sometimes it sucks.
Yeah.
But like most of the time, like if I really dig for it, like I figure out what my conflict is by figuring out like what kind of meat grinder can I like throw my character through.
Right. Yes. Well, right. So I figure out the meat grinder first and the meat later, and you start out with the meat and then figure out the meat grinder. That's a good analogy. All right. So very interesting. All right. So we have a couple. Mint just wanted us to know that she set up journal for January, mapped out some goals for 2022. Very nice. Just in case is giving legal advice for a young upcoming fantasy writer. Very nice. We can always use some good legal advice. All of us at some point in our lives. So just in case, it's good to know you're here just in case. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. It was terrible. I knew it when I was saying it, and I still had to do it anyway.
I do it every time I see him in chat, too.
Yeah. No, you really can't. My guess is that's just brilliant branding. We're just going to say that. SD says, I'm 6 classes away from a second degree also. Decided not to do it. Bachelor's in psych, minor in sociology. Those two things seem like they are right. They're perfectly. I just took like an intro to psych class when I was a freshman in college where we hypnotized a chicken and I was like totally hooked. And I kept taking those classes. I was just fascinated. And
I'm fascinated by the
what?
Tell us more about this story.
You know what? If you draw a line on the ground, a chicken will just stare at it.
What?
What?
It will. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just, but it was like, I don't even remember the rest of the class. I just remember that was day one, that like you're sitting in the class, you're a freshman, you're thinking like, you're feeling like excited, important, and this is like my 3rd class I'd ever taken, and I'm all excited about it. And then the professor walks in with like a chicken under his arm, and I know he did, like in hindsight, I know he did it that way for drama. He was carrying the cage and had the chicken under his arm. Why wouldn't the chicken be in the cage? He set the whole thing up so we'd all go, but it worked. And I will never forget that moment as long as I live. So that is how I ended up with 33 hours worth of psychology courses. Thank you. That is my play. Okay. JC says, random fact no one needs to know. First documented kidnapping for ransom was July 1st, 1874. 2 little boys, 4 and 6 years old, just doing some light research. Very, very nice. Ooh.
Wait, I have to do the thing.
Hold on. I know you do, but look at this. What to do if the publisher doesn't live up to the contract? Just in case, I want to have you on as a guest. We want to talk about this. This was a hot topic the other day, and let's chat. I would like to have you on. Please, come on.
The thing.
All right, going. Okay, so people, I'm very plot driven. I do a basic horoscope profile for each character. Oh, I love that. Reference those whenever I find characters. So I love this. I think this is a fascinating idea.
How do you say it?
One of the things, so I did start my first book with like a very long character profile and did not refer to it. Like it was too much. It was just like a mess, too much. But what I do now, and what I did find helpful from that, the one thing I took from that is I do tend to write down character traits like likes this kind of music or has this color eyes or has this particular, like I write those things down as I go. And that's because I never want to, like, I don't know, second book or something. I remember having to like keep going back to figure out what color was that guy's eyes? Like, what's this? So it just makes life easier if you kind of make a list like that.
Yeah, I basically take that 131 or that 150 and I kind of like pick out which things would be character defining, like really character defining, and then like writing a scene just so I can get a handle of their voice and how they act and how they react to things.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. SD, thank you very much. I'm sure I don't think I've ever included it in a book, but at some point I'm sure it will be in there. It was like I said, a great visual experience. So, all right, you guys, what Caro is reminding me to do is
the thing.
The sprint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought, but I'm like, wait, is there another thing? So we are going to get us to get set up for a sprint, but Caro, for being so helpful, is going to be rewarded by giving us all a pep talk. Congratulations, Caro. We're super proud of you.
Super proud, super glad. And speaking of being super glad, I'm super glad that we're going to move into the sprint, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm only nine something hundred words into a manuscript that's probably needs to be a lot longer. So I am going to go ahead and start diving into this this mindset and lose track of time and be somebody else. I'm in the middle of a fight scene between a mother and daughter, so I really want to get back to this. So let's just go ahead and start this timer, please.
Thank you, Caro. Okay, all right, everybody. So I'm not sure who. Did I get Caro? Oh, Caro's still working it. I got like 617 words on that sprint.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I don't usually get like that's it. Thank you. That's like my third. Like it's usually like my third sprint number. So how did everybody do on the sprint?
Good.
Yeah. All right. Fantastic. I'm very glad to hear that. Caro's still. Oh, there she is. Okay. Fantastic. So let me just do this. So let's go ahead. Did anybody have any questions about in the chat? Do you guys have any questions about character development? I feel like we ran through that topic really fast, and I think it's a really interesting one. But I don't know.
Considering I seem to be like Bizarro.
Oh no,
Bizarro land when it comes to character development.
I don't think that I'm sure that there are a lot of people who do it the same way that you do. We did lose Doll, and I could see, and she apparently her electricity went out. So yeah, if you guys were wondering, that's where she went. We love you, Doll. Thank you very much. We're glad that you're. We're glad at least we have you in the chat. So yeah, I don't know if that's a thing or not. So. Okay, so I did ask just in case to come on and talk about publishers who don't do what they're supposed to do, who don't do what they. I'm only into Danish and other European international legislation, not U.S. So I don't know.
I've tried to get him on. I've never been able to get him on. He's submitted to Critique Group Live, but I've never gotten him to appear. So if you have the magic, make it happen.
I don't know. Maybe we'll see what we can do. Okay, JC, I think I've got the angle for the book. Yay! That is fantastic. Fantastic. All right. Mary says, just discovered that I've somehow messed up my laptop's keyboard by plugging an external into it.
Oh,
what? That's not good. I don't think I've ever had that happen. Although, so I have a Mac that really needs to be updated. It's a new Mac, but it really needs to be updated. And Apple is doing meaner and meaner things to me in order to force me to do that. And one of the things is that now I have several letters that do double letters. They don't do it with other keyboards. It's only... Yeah. Anyway, so I have double S's, which means all my asses become asses. Which let's just say is it like they're about to win the battle, unfortunately. Like I just can't take it anymore. So there's that. Tamara finished her story, sent it to the beta. That's awesome. Fantastic. That's awesome. ADHD writer. Hey. We're very glad to see you. Ooh, newish avatar for you too. I love that one. Love it. Doll is keeping it rolling. Got some work done with her phone while the electricity went out. That is badass, Doll. You're dedicated. Keep going like that. Very, very nice. All right, you guys. It's 12:33. I feel like we could do one more sprint, and I think we should. Is everybody on board with that?
Yes.
Totally.
All right, fantastic. All right. I have a weird thing going on. Wait, let me say stop the screen. There we go. All right, we're going to try this again. StreamYard giving me trouble again. Okay, I'm going to put that up. I will do the pep talk this time. What is happening? There we go. Okay. Ready, everybody? You guys are all warmed up. We're all excited. We're going to make it count today. So let's get rolling on our last sprint. We can make it happen in 3, 2, 1. Sprint. Okay, better. Sorry. First, I was like, I can't find StreamYard because I buried it under all my crap on my desktop. And then the StreamYard was like that. So yeah, like this. All right. So everybody in the chat, let us know how you did in that last stream. Let me just double check to make sure there's nobody I've left muted. Nope, everybody's good. Okay. So yeah, let's talk about it. How did everybody do on that very last sprint? We have five minutes before it's time to go. So anybody want to talk about how they did?
I wrote more words.
You did. Very good job.
I finished reading all submissions.
Yay! That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I got like 2,100 words for the total, not. I'm no care. Yeah, that was good. I didn't expect. I was a slow start, but I had a really nice finish, so I'm very glad about that. Yeah, fantastic. Sako, how about you?
I was trying to find ways to export this like snippet for my music partner.
Excellent. And how about you, Michelle? How'd you do?
Good. Finished the rough cut of the video, and I've made about half of the overlays. So
yay! Look at you. All right. So JC was talking about Barrett. Continue flash fiction writing experiment. Start editing a completely different book. One of these things is not going to get done. Yes, got that. Very, very nice. SD finished more emails. I'm very, very glad to do that. Look at that's fantastic news. Good job, SD. Doll has almost finished a video. Very nice. And Eva's been playing with Plotter. All right. I love it. Well, I'm glad that everybody was super productive today. This was a really fun. It went fast today. Was it just me? It did. Yeah, it went crazy fast, which I guess is good because it means we're all busy little bees. So let's go ahead and do our outros and say goodbye to all of our friends here today. I'm so glad that you guys were all able to join us. I'm going to start with Michelle.
All right.
Yay.
Thank you very much, Lisa. I'm Michelle Schusterman. I'm a young adult and middle grade author, and my YouTube channel is Writing Workshops, Traditional Publishing Chat, and Writing Vlogs.
Thank you very much for being here today, Michelle. Michelle's channel is linked in the description below. If you are not already subscribed, you definitely should. Sako Toomey, tell us a little bit about your channel before we head out.
Howdy neighbors, I'm Sako Toomey, also known as Cass Boyd. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. If you're interested in videos that pertain to marketing for authors, I have a whole playlist of them on my channel, Sako Toomey Cass Boyd, and it's not just me talking, it's also Barrett and Lisa and a bunch of other really cool people who have something to say on the topic. So you should drop by sometime. I would love to see you.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Sako. That is also linked down below. Barrett Laurie, we're so glad you're here today. Yay. Tell us a little bit about you and your channel for anybody who was not here for the intro.
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Barrett Laurie. I am also a kidlit writer, middle grade and young adult. And on my channel, I do Critique Group Live every second Thursday of the month, which is tomorrow. And my friend Shannon, SD Houston, just dropped the link for the Winter Writers Retreat, which is this weekend. I also am doing writerly vlogs, but you can count on me to be the collaborator. So if anything's going on the AuthorTubes, a good chance I'm behind a portion of it. So
that is the truth. That is the truth. Kara Brett, the link to that, and I'm going to try and grab this off. Actually, Barrett, if you would drop those links to me in the private chat, because I can't copy from where I am. I don't have it up on YouTube. So I can put them in the description. Thank you, darling. All right, Carol Brown.
Hello, my name is Kara Brown. I am an urban fantasy author, and I write romance under the name of Faye Black. These are the things I have written, and you can find them on Amazon if you are very interested. I came here today to work on Bountiful Harvest, and I got some good progress on that, so I'm pretty content. And thank you for having me.
Love it. Well, very nice. Also, there is a link to all of Caro's stuff. Thank you also for keeping me on track, as you always do. I'm Lisa Daly, and on my channel, we talk about how to write a book you're super proud of and get it published. You guys are absolutely fantastic and awesome, and I'm so glad that you were here with us today. And we will see you next Wednesday. Same time, same place, 11 a.m. Eastern, right here on the channel. All right, everybody, have an awesome and productive and wonderful and energizing day, and we will see you next week. Bye, everybody. Bye.